Hey, we made it, kinda.
somewhat.
I was clipping the microphone onto my pullover
Yeah.
right as time expired, so we made it. I'm gonna slide this over because I feel off-centered.
And for you, it's
Wait.
a rolling table.
Yeah, you guys can't even see the table. And you're
No.
like, what is Jack moving? I have a rolling table here that has my notes on it, my water. So yeah. I realized as I was looking at the monitors, like they just see me hunched over, just kind of can't really tell what I'm moving.
Oh, yeah.
It's a mystery. It's not even a table. It's a rolling amp case. So we just use it as a table, as musicians do.
Yep.
We get creative, as our lives call for. A little spark of creativity.
Yep.
If it's a flat surface, it's a table.
Easy to store.
The what?
Easy to store.
Yes. I was like, what? What about a store? We're in a store. What? I'm so confused. What are we doing?
Easy to put away.
Yes. All right. We got a lot of cool things up here today. Let's start with this old bad boy right here. This is a Martin custom shop. However, it is not your typical custom shop. It is a model that really Martin should just make a regular model, but we have to order it as a custom shop because it's so popular.
Yep.
This is an OM18,
Yes.
which Martin does not make. They make an OM28. I think once upon a time, they might have done like a 15, like as a very, maybe. But this is an OM18. What's the difference between an 18 and a 28, Jake?
What is the difference?
It's the difference between rosewood and mahogany. So typically an OM28, with its shorter scale and body size, resonates very well with its mahogany or rosewood body. Shh. And it makes it a special item to have because at that scale length and the body size, the rosewood really sings, is super articulate, and elevates the guitar to a new level of sound and profile. What people really want, though, is the mahogany. And this is where the 18 comes into play. Because now, at the shorter scale, smaller body, the mahogany, instead of the rosewood, allows the guitar to sing at a whole new different element. It gives you a whole new playability factor. It sings well, resonates very well, and is very warm and balanced in tone. Not that rosewood is not balanced in tone, but mahogany gives you more of that like singer-songwriter, warm. I said warm, but there's really not much else the way I like using warm to describe mahogany versus rosewood, because rosewood kind of cuts through and is very well balanced, but mahogany is well balanced, but it's warm. It kind of sits in the back a little bit. It kind of hangs out, but it gives you. It's very nice. What that's going to let you do is, it's going to let you strum and finger pick, and it's all going to sound great. And it sounds phenomenal. That's why we get these as custom shops, and they do very well. Just because they don't make them as a regular model, and I really wish they would. So until then, what's nice though, one thing I'm leaving off about this guitar is that yes, it is a custom shop, but it's not priced like most other custom shops. This guitar is priced more like a standard series guitar. So it's a great way to buy a guitar from Martin that comes from the custom shop and brag that you have a custom shop, but really you paid standard series pricing for it.
Yeah.
So it's really nice because you can walk out with this guitar, pay standard series pricing, and you're just like, I got fun custom shop. I got custom shop Martin. So it's a fun little way to get into some easy Martin bragging rights. Just saying. This one here is new for the year, and it's going to be a flagship model for next year. This is the PRS SE Custom 24 in the Charcoal Cherry Burst. Or is it Cherry Charcoal? It's got charcoal. It's got cherry. It's a cherry burst. I'm going to say charcoal cherry burst since it's the cherry that's bursting. The charcoal's not bursting, the cherry
Trying to find charcoal cherry burst.
Charcoal cherry burst.
Trying to
This
find that
has
listing.
the 8515S pickups. Really nice maple veneer tops going on in these guitars. But what's really cool about these 2025 models of SE guitars is they've given some upgrades to the appointments that help it look more like their Maryland-made counterparts, right? So now you're getting into the flat position toggle switch caps. You're getting into the nicer knobs, because I'll be honest, every SE model I've ever bought, I've upgraded to these knobs. I buy these knobs because we sell them here at the shop, and they're the knobs that come on the S2s and the cores. Every SE model I've ever owned, I always upgrade the knobs because these knobs just look cooler. They also feel really nice too. They have these nice little ridges to them, so it gives you more grip. It's not a speed knob. It gives you a little bit of an idea of like where you're at. In the flat top, it just this to me is very ergodynamic, and it feels good when you're just switching back and forth. I know that's not a word I've really ever used to talk about guitars.
As someone who,
Jake has heard me talk a lot about guitars. As soon as I said ergodynamic, he's like, "What'd you just say?"
no, I'm like,
What did he say?
I'm like,
You know, that was-
no, trust me, that's no.
But they're great guitars. They feel great. Awesome colors. I personally own the 2408 Quilt edition of this guitar. So instead of the push-pull knob, it has the 2 switches, and it's in the same finish, but with the Quilt package. We have more of those on order. And fully upgradable. It has the 8515S pickups, but you can swap them out for other PRS pickups that they sell. You can put FU Tone blocks and claws and screws and springs in this guitar, but also PRS makes locking tuners specifically for their SE models that drop right into place. No modifications required. So something
Which is always nice.
which is always nice. Actually, I have an SE guitar at home that is about to get a new, fresh set of PRS SE locking tuners. Let's jump down here. I had Joe pick a guitar for us. Some of you may not know Joe. You've seen in some of our videos of the Christmas season, some videos before that. Joe's one of our salespeople here. I said, Joe, I'm running around. I'm really busy. Grab a guitar and I'll call it Joe's pick of the week. And Joe doesn't normally work Thursday, so he was pretty excited to be a part of today's show. This is the 312 CE from Taylor Guitars. This is part of their 50th anniversary line of guitars. What's nice about this guitar is it has this really nice burst option, but they did a really cool job of applying the burst also to the back of the neck. So they did a great job there. It is a Sitka spruce top. It's a Pele body. Has the nice tiger stripe pick guard there. Has the really cool 50th anniversary label on the inside. Nice gold tuners, the ES2 electronic system. Great guitar. Comes with a hard case because it's in the 300 series. Not much else to say about it. V-class bracing. Because it's in the 12 series, it's that concert size. So it's a great guitar for like if you're doing a lot of like picking, fingerstyle type playing. That small body helps kind of like compress some of the overtones and all that, so you're not going to get a lot of extra ringing, sustain, and things like that if you hit real hard on a low note or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's keep moving. Let's move around. You know what? We're going to grab this American Professional 2 from Fender. Tanner just set this one up, so it feels really great. The reason I grabbed this is because next week, New Year's Eve, is the final day to be able to get this guitar at $15.99. Because they're on sale right now.
Yeah.
They're going to go back up to the normal price. I think it was $100 off. It might go back up to $16.99 or $17.99. I can't honestly, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But Fender has them on sale right now for I think a couple $100 off. So you can get this guitar right now at a really great deal. And specifically this guitar right here, it's just been set up. Plays great. It feels really good. I was kind of strumming along to it on the way over here. Our technician Tanner does a phenomenal job. Let's see, this has the noiseless single coil pickups, or the V-Mod 2 pickups, sorry. The contoured heel to give you a little easier access to some of those higher frets. Yeah. And then it does have the rolled edges. Fender's been getting really good about just putting that on pretty much every guitar. Player 2 series has them. Player Plus has them. The Pro 2s have them. They feel great.
And you get a rolled edge. You get a rolled edge.
You get a rolled edge. We're just going Oprah all over these guitars. Let's see here. Let's grab this. This is the ESP Snapper. Careful, it'll bite you. Get it? Like a snapping turtle? Comes with locking tuners built into it. Also comes with strap locks. It has a nice set of Seymour Duncan pickups, stacked S7 single coils for the neck and the middle pickup. It has a custom 57 in the bridge. So what that does is one of the coils is wound like a 57. The other coil is wound to be more of a hotter type pickup. So this guitar here, it shreds. It's a shred master. Comes with a nice ESP hard case. They did a great job on this. It's obviously maple neck and fretboard. What was the body on this one? I wrote the swamp ash body, flame maple top, and a slim U neck shape, which we all know how I feel about U neck shapes.
Yes, we do.
I love them. However, I just bought a Strat style guitar with a humbucker in the bridge the other day, so as of right now, I do not need this guitar. As of right now. So we'll see. Time will tell. Next year's a whole new year. That being said, I hope everyone had a great Christmas.
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Yes.
This is today. Boxing Day for our friends in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, that's today's non-national holiday because it's not our national holiday, but for those in Canada or Canadian elsewhere, Boxing Day, which isn't like Boxing Day. My understanding is Boxing Day.
Yes.
It's things in boxes, like more gifts. That's the way it's been explained to me.
Okay.
I didn't Google it, so I could be wrong. Someone tell me if I'm wrong.
Waiting for the message.
No one ever tells me I'm wrong, so I could I could just grab this guitar and be like, this guitar here was made in Russia, and no one ever corrects me. I could say whatever I want, and no one's gonna say anything. Now watch, because I said that, someone's gonna start coming after me in the comments
Any moment now.
any moment. All right, how are we doing, Live 5? We're chilling, hanging out. Next week is New Year's Eve.
Yes.
We close early,
Yes.
like we did on Christmas Eve. We close at 3 o'clock on New Year's Eve, just like we close at 3 o'clock on Christmas Eve. We'll be closed New Year's Day, and we'll be back January 2nd. And we all got to start writing 2025 on all our papers.
Yeah, I already have most of my stuff ready. So.
The problem is, in today's world, how often do you really write on paper?
Not often.
Not often. So when you do go to write it, it's less often than you used to. So now it's just wrong all the time. That's just... I got a guitar up here that I grabbed very last minute. And I didn't get to grab any notes from it. So let me pull up my notes. I have some here.
We got a chat message.
Did we? Boxing Day is actually British. Oh, look at that. I had no idea. I was told it was a Canadian holiday. Maybe they adopted it from...
I mean, I think there are some people in the U.S. that do it as well. But
Also-
probably the origin.
The origin is probably British. Most likely, a lot of origins are British. Circa 1776.
And we haven't. That's in July.
Yeah, but it's the same concept.
Uh-huh.
I'm pulling up my notes for this other guitar here because
Okay.
I put them down on my phone, but I never got a chance to put them on my paper. I don't like using my phone while I'm on here because it looks like I'm not really doing anything. But I forgot to transfer my notes. There they are. I forgot to transfer them from phone to paper because it's easy to just look down. So, also, me not knowing that Boxing Day was British rather than Canadian just proves that Americans just are pretty ignorant about anything that exists outside of our country. Just, you go to another country and they're like us, Americans.
Yeah.
It's a fact. I'm not, Anyways, let's grab this guitar. This is a Gibson ES335 Satin, cherry red. It has a Tune-o-matic bridge. Let's see, 22 frets. It's got the set mahogany neck, as we've come to know with Gibson. Where are my notes on the pickups? Yes. T-type humbucker pickups, 2 volume, 2 controls. Because people are always curious when you see more than 2 or 3 knobs on a guitar. People are always like, what do they do? We have 2 volume, 2 controls, so that's pretty nice switching and control options there. You have your vintage style Gibson Deluxe tuners there. Double bound body. Let's see here. This is a gorgeous guitar. They do a great job on these. The 335 Satin's really nice. One thing I really like about the 335 Satin is the feel of the neck, because you get the satin feel of the neck. And semi-hollows and hollows are probably the only guitars I really like full satin bodies on. Just because they take up such a large surface area, I want to know that like the high gloss isn't going to like mess with me or anything. Or a big guitar like that, I kind of sweat when I play guitar. And your body can like stick to gloss finish sometimes if you start sweating too much. So a big body like that is nice because you have a lot of room, so you got to move and maneuver around.
Yeah.
It's a classic guitar. It doesn't get much more classic than a cherry red ES35, Think back to how many you've seen from archived footage and documentaries and shakers and movers of the rock and roll industry. The 335's been around for a while, but specifically cherry red has always been a very popular option. So, we're just getting a whole history lesson today.
Yeah.
It was ruled by the UK. I never knew that.
Do.
Learn something new every day.
The more you know.
Thanks, Brenda. Do I have one guitar left?
I think it's the PRS. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my last one. Cool. All right, last guitar. This is the PRS 40th anniversary Custom 24. Now, this is the Tiger Eye finish. And in a second, when I finish talking about the guitar, I'll come up, put it closer to the camera so you can see just how detailed it is. Because this isn't a 10 top, right? Mm-hmm. It's not a 10 top. It's not the finest quality veneer they can find. This is an artist grade top, which is nice because the artist grade tops are as nice as the top can get before you start going into wood library or private stock. This guitar is obviously mahogany body, mahogany neck.
What kind of tuners does it have?
This has the wing tuners.
Okay.
Phase 3 locking tuners with the wing tuning buttons specifically. Okay. Did y'all catch that? For those of you who don't know, I always get it wrong. So,
which is why I'm here.
That's the only reason Jake's here, is to make sure I get the tuning machines correct on PRS guitars.
That page is up every stream.
I sometimes still get it wrong. So notice how this guitar has the knobs. I was gonna call them buttons, but they're knobs. The knobs that I put on all my SE guitars because they look cool, they feel nice. I put these knobs on all my guitars, whether they're the clear or the amber. They go on all my SEs. But what's cool about this guitar, Jake, it has brand new PRS pickups. It has what's called the DMO pickups, which stands for Dynamic Musical Open. Which I will admit, when you say it all together, doesn't really make sense. But when you call them the DMO pickups, it sounds pretty cool. So these guitars have a wide range of versatility to them when it comes to the tonality that these pickups offer. They sing beautifully. We just had a guy in here playing one of these not too long ago. They sing beautifully, they play great, they clean up very well, they take the distortions amazingly well. You can run it through a clean amp, like we ran it through our DGT PRS amp head over there. Mm-hmm. And then we also ran it through a Maz 18 from Dr. Z. And we ran it through an EVH stealth head with some overdrives in it. So it does well on everything. It performs very well. I'm very excited for these. These are limited editions, so we were only able to get one of these. Only one.
Yeah.
This is the Tiger Eye. I always want to call it Tiger Yellow. Tiger Eye. There is a Tiger Yellow, but that's obviously more yellow. This is Tiger Eye. Now, this is the only one.
Yeah.
We might have a Sub-Zero available next week. But as of right now, that one is spoken for. And that one's going to be landing itself in a new home.
Yeah.
But we might have another one come through. Okay. Which means as of right now, this is it. So if you're looking for a limited edition 40th anniversary Custom 24, this is where you go. What makes this guitar so special is, one, the artist grade top. We've talked over that. Talked about the new DMO pickups, but it also uses Zero Coat for the fretboard and the headstock overlay. So they did a great, and it feels great. It plays phenomenally. It's a fantastic guitar. So I'm going to try and get a close up here on the camera for the top there. The light might make it a little hard. There we go. Look at that. That is a fantastic piece of wood from the artist grade series of tops from PRS Guitars. Doesn't get much better than that when it comes to, sorry, I'm trying to maneuver the camera here. Doesn't get much better than that when it comes to the quality of guitars, when it comes to the tops of wood selection. To get any better than that, you're going to be messing with, like I said, wood library or private stock. Has the old school birds, even up on the headstock. So that's really, really neat. I love that. In the event that the Sub-Zero does become available, we'll be posting that on our social media. So if that's the one you're looking for, stay tuned to find out. And honestly, you'll probably find out if it's available when we come back for our live stream on January 2nd.
Yeah.
So as of right now, just the Tiger Eye. Sub-Zero may be available later. But nice. Very gorgeous guitar. Congratulations to PRS on your upcoming 40th anniversary.
And I think that will be up sometime this weekend.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get that up soon because I know people want it.
Yeah.
So we got to get that rolling. So that's all for Live at 5 today. Remember, we're closing early for New Year's Eve. We'll be closing at 3 o'clock. Thank everybody for tuning in, hanging out, watching. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. We sold a ton of gift cards. So if you are a recipient of one of these tons of gift cards, come on in and see us. Maybe you need some new strings to go with the guitar you got for Christmas. Maybe You got a new pedal and you want to see how it sounds through a new amp. Maybe you just want to accessorize and buy all kinds of strings and cables and straps and tuners and stands and parts. And maybe you have a guitar laying around that could sound a little bit better and you can swap all the components out and put some new FU Tone upgrades in there. So come on in, check us out, spend those gift cards. We've got all kinds of stuff here. Maybe you still are trying to do your Christmas shopping because you're like me and you're a little forgetful. You can come on in and get stuff for whoever in your family, but we still might need a few things. As always, want to thank you, Stringjoy, for sponsoring our service center here at Island Music, but also sponsoring our live stream as well. And we will see you all next week. I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
This was Live at 5. See you next week.
Bye.